First and foremost, I like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rokah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to you, Akim and you, Akwet, to believe in all sincerity. So as you see here, the title of this article, How Conspiracy Theories and Hate Dominated Social Feeds After Assassination Attempt on Trump. It says, staged. Within minutes of the news breaking about the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump, that word was trending on X in the United States. It's a word that has become synonymous with conspiracy theories on the fringes of social media, often to cast doubts on an attack or shooting. But in the last 24 hours, it has flooded into mainstream online conversation, and posts filled with evidence-free speculation. Hate and abuse have racked up millions of views on X. Assassination attempts on U.S. presidents have in the past been magnets for conspiracy. The killing of John F. Kennedy in November '63, most famously. This one was first to play out in real time, so it's not surprising that unfounded rumors flourished. But what has stood out is how this frenzy gripped all sides of the political spectrum. It's not been limited to committed groups of political supporters. Instead, it was actively recommended in users' For You feeds as they tried to make sense of what had happened, and it was often posted by users who had purchased blue ticks, offering their posts greater prominence. Staged conspiracies go viral. As ever, the conspiracy theories sometimes start with legitimate questions and confusion. They centered on alleging security failings, with lots of users understandably asking how this could happen. How did the attacker make it to the roof? Why weren't they stopped? Into that vacuum rushed a wave of disbelief, speculation, and disinformation. It looks very staged, read one post on X, which racked up 1 million views. Nobody in the crowd is running or panicking. Nobody in the crowd heard an actual gun. I don't trust it. I don't trust him. The profile says it's based on the southwest coast of Ireland. It's since been labeled with a note on X pointing out the shooting was real. Once more footage and testimony from both sides and outside the rally was shared, the panic and fear of those there became all too clear. The conspiracies were compounded by the extraordinary images that have come out since those initial clips. In particular, a widely praised photograph taken by the Associated Press chief photographer in Washington, Evan Vucci, that shows Trump fist raised, blood on his face and ear, with the U.S. flag in the background. One U.S.-based YouTube account said the picture was just too damn perfect and described how they got the flag position perfect and everything. The post on X reached almost 1 million views, but was later deleted by the person who shared it. It is important to correct yourself if you're wrong, they said in a separate post. Others pointed out that as the shots were fired, Trump raises his hand on the stage. They used this to suggest the event was set up when there's no evidence to suggest that. Staged to get sympathy? You can't trust these people with anything, and no, I'm not going to pray for him, a different U.S.-based commentator wrote. Satanic cabals. What unfolded on X was straight out of the pages of the conspiracy theory playbook, honed on social media by committed activists who deny the reality of almost everything, including the COVID pandemic, wars, mass shootings, and terror attacks. One post from the U.S.-based account with a track record of sharing unfounded claims like this wrote, "This is price you pay when you take down the elite satanic pedophiles." They were alluding to the QAnon conspiracy theory, which suggests Trump is waging secret war against Deep State, a shadowy coalition of security and intelligence services hidden from plain sight, looking to thwart his every move. Okay. Elected politicians have also got involved. Congressman Mike Collins, a Republican in Georgia, posted that Joe Biden sent the orders. He referenced a comment President Biden had made earlier in the week about putting Trump in a bullseye, referring to the election battle. Now, I actually have that article, but Biden Trump bullseye comment was a mistake. Okay. Biden said it was a mistake to tell donors to put Trump's in a bullseye on private call days before the attempted assassination on former President Trump during an interview with NBC News' Lester Holt. Okay. And this is what he said, President Biden, okay, days before the assassination of attempt on Donald Trump. It says, I have one job, and that's to beat Donald Trump. I'm absolutely certain I'm the best person to be able to do that. So we're done talking about the debate. It's time to put Trump in a bullseye, Biden said on the call. So going back, let's see. It says false accusations about shooter's identity. It says, before the FBI named the gunman, a 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, who was shot and killed by Secret Service, other people's reputations were being ruined. Like football commentator Marco Violi, who posted on Instagram in the middle of the night from Italy to say he's seen the totally false claims he was a member of Antifa, a loose affiliation of mostly far-left activists, and behind the attack. Those untrue allegations had millions of views on X by the time he attempted to set the record straight on Instagram. Okay. So you can read the rest of it. I just wanted to read this, so as you know, okay, there's been videos, all right, pointing to the fact that this could very much be a staged event. And it's true that, some people were not panicking in the stage. There's certain dudes that have been, honed in on in this picture, okay, that didn't even move. The Secret Service didn't really much shove them out of the way either. Okay. One thing that my coworker has said that, it was very much true is that blood was pretty bright red. It kind of looked like that Halloween blood, And who would say fight, 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 okay, after getting shot, okay, allegedly. I'm not sure if he got shot or not, but that's what Donald Trump said was fight, 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 holding up his fist, okay, so he's supposed to be some type of hero for that, okay. So we have yet to see, and these devils are very crafty, this is not the first time they did a false flag, okay, and it won't be the last, okay, and it could very much be. All right, you got Joe Biden saying, it's time to put Trump in a bullseye, which that's kind of sus, but nonetheless, through the spirit, I wanted to speak on a couple things because this is society nowadays. All right, this is what we're coming to, This is the society that we're in. This is let's see. This is 2 Ezra chapter 14 and 16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. And this is speaking of the time of Esdras. Okay, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. Okay, so evils are increased, okay, upon those that dwell therein. In these latter days, there's much evil, Here it is, we're supposed to be the greatest country in America, and the president is getting shot at. Okay, that's evil. There's supposed to be some type of respect, right, for a person in a position of power, but there's not. It said, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. And that's what we have to do. Set aside the thoughts that are heavy into us, and flee from these times. Get away from these times, because the days are evil, and it's time to get close to Yahweh Bashim El Shai. Because if these things are going down in 2024, then we're pretty much we're on the brink of all hell breaking loose. Okay, civil war could break out. There's a lot of Trump supporters. There's a lot of Biden supporters. This country is ripped in half with opinion on policy, politics, everything. Okay, but the hopeful elect are gonna set aside these mortal thoughts, man. And continue on doing the work. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. And we're in those greater evils. We're in the times where taking someone's life is nothing. You see, here it is. This country claims itself to be, God fearing, and yet the president is getting shot at, and by a 20-year-old. Okay. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. Yeah. More evil shall increase upon them that dwell therein. It's getting more evil. Scriptures speak about the love of many waxing cold. We're living in a society where it's easy to just pick up a gun and just blow somebody away. That's the angle that I'm coming at with this, because, here it is. President getting blasted at. All right. And who knows if this is real. That blood looks a little too light or bright. I'm not too sure the word, And why didn't they rush this guy out of there? Why didn't he? Why were they just around him? It really looked like amateur night. To be quite honest, it really did look like amateur night. This is second Ezra's 15 and 16. I'll start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. And woe means destruction. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And you're seeing that. You're seeing civil war. Okay? You're seeing protests in the world. There's so many uproars. But it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. Okay? And basically, when you look up that word sedition, bear with me. It basically means overt conduct such as speech or organization that tends toward rebellion against the established order. You're seeing that, protests. All right. You see people picking up rifles and shooting at their ex-president. For there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And they're not regarding the kings. Okay. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So they're not worried about consequences. Whatever is in their might, they're going to do. And that's the world that we live in today. There was some females, which I don't know why the Secret Service has females, but they were seen basically just rolling in circles, not knowing where to put, or what to do. I'm pretty sure he was in that black SUV, but they were just going in circles, just totally lost. So it very much looks like, a staged event. All right, this is Psalm 64 and 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. So they search these things out. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Every one of these devils has a deep mind for wickedness, for planning things out. Okay, the scriptures say, how often is the candle of the wicked put out? So they have the light, but it's waning. It's starting to flicker out, because Yahweh Bashim Yahshai doesn't need these devils anymore. He's about to take them out of power. You know, 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, "Who shall see them?" You know, and they set traps because this could ultimately be for civil war. Okay, it could just be for fear. It could be for terrorists. You know, to make moves on so-called domestic terrorists. You name it. Okay, but the Heavenly Father sees what they're doing. This is Psalms 144:8, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. Okay, they speak vanity. Okay, everything that they're talking about is vain. They're not making good on any promises. This ain't MAGA. Okay, because Mexicans always get across. All right, but they're devils, man. They speak vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. So, you know, right is signifies, you know, like righteousness. Okay, their right hands are deceptive. They swear to tell the truth, but really it's falsehood. All right, and that's how they like it here in America. That's what goes down. That's the order out here. You know, this. Which it does look kind of sus. Like, did he really get shot in the ear? Like, what, you know? A lot of people were not running. And a lot of people were really just froze, to be honest. To be honest. All right. So this is Job 10 and 22. A land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness. Okay. And that's that darkness, you know, it could be said that of America. It's a land of darkness without any order, where the light is as darkness. And it's just confusion. You got people calling it a staged. All right. And ultimately, how Bashem Yahushai knows. All right. We could speculate because there's videos of Donald Trump being interviewed before he became the president. And the guy says, "Oh, I can't wait for your assassination. I mean, your inauguration." You know, so there's so much stuff in these days, you know. And we believe that they select presidents, are not elected. You know, voting is a sham. So they got their hand, okay, in everything, you know. And it could very much be a lie, because this is Babylon, remember. You know, the root word of Babylon is Babal. This is Luke 8 and 17. We'll get this one. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Okay, so there's nothing secret that's not going to be manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. So it's going to be made known. It's going to be revealed, you know. And you know, all of a sudden this guy's a hero, you know. When is Esau the hero? All right, this guy, most people hear a gunshot and they're out. But no, this guy gets up and says, "Fight, fight, fight." You know, that's just sus for an Edomite to just do that. Okay, so I just wanted to bring this out, you know, shed a little bit of light on the situation. Yeah, how about Shemel Shai knows, man? Let me just read this. In the frenzied moments when Secret Service agents surrounded and bleeding Donald Trump at a Pennsylvania rally on July 13, 2024, trying to hustle him off stage to safety, Trump, whose ear was grazed by a would-be assassin's bullet, raised his fist in the air. Now, when has these devils ever done anything heroic? You know? Or mildly brave, you know? Fight, fight, he appeared to be saying, pumping his fist hard. It was an image and a gesture destined for the history books. All right. So, and you got guys that are going to ride for Donald Dump. Look at him. You know? So ultimately, the Lord knows. I just wanted to bring this news out. You know, brothers have been doing videos. I thought I'd do a little something. Lord willing, you're edified. Shalom.